So I believed everything Roger Teeter said. If it wasn't for the Teeter, I wouldn't be the person I am today. He gave me back my life, and it put the smile back on my face. If I was face to face with Roger Teeter, I would cry like a baby, because what he gave me was my life back. And I thank him. I thank him for that.
You can just tell me in person.
Oh, God. Thank you, sir. I didn't know you were going to be here.
I love my job, and it's because of testimonies like yours. I wrecked my back, and Inversion changed my life. This is not a gimmick. We're not just selling product. We're selling a changed lifestyle.
Yes.
So many people have written off their ability to move freely because of old age. No, it's the long-term effects of gravity combined with lifestyle, posture, and a whole lot of other things. Teeter's a way to fight back against that. So.
If it wasn't for your honesty, your integrity, I wouldn't be standing here with you today. I can't thank you enough.
I mean, if that doesn't pull at your heartstrings, I don't know what will. It's changed Horace's life. It's changed Roger's life. If the Teeter Inversion Table has changed your life, I mean, 2.5 million of these have been sold worldwide. Call us. Let us know what it's done for you, how it's affected your life. We'd really love to have you be a part of this show. Also, we're streaming live on Facebook right now on HSN's Facebook page and my page as well, Michelle Yarn on HSN. So feel free, dive in, say hello, ask your questions, comments, or concerns. We really want to make you a part of our show. Now, you saw Roger on the video just now, but he is here. He's hanging out, if you will, right now on the brand new latest model of the Teeter Inversion Table, and this is called the FitSpine X3. And Roger, first of all, good to see you. I know you were just maxing and relaxing right there, but this is the newest of the new.
The newest, and I'm so excited. We actually have a brand new engineered design, only maybe every 5 or 6 years.
Right.
But this one merits a new name and new colors. It's a FitSpine X3. And what's the big change? Well, we've been listening to you. Even though we've been a customer pick for 21 years now.
Crazy. That's amazing.
You know, a lot of you have said, I just wish it was a little more comfortable. This table has been re-engineered to be the most comfortable table we've ever made. And some of you have suggested putting foam on. Well, we design a product to work, to have function first. And when you put foam on, you actually interfere with the most important part of using Teeter, which is decompression. You sink into the foam instead of elongating. Right. So that was out. But what we did is we removed the bed from the frame and put it on 8 points of suspension, rubber supported. You can see the bed is clear of the frame. And that means that the bed is free to float.
Look at that.
On 8 support points. And it is, it's actually very comfortable. You actually sink into it. You know, just like you might on a padded bed, but this bed with its special texture does not interfere with decompression. In fact, it enhances it.
So it's not stiff, it's supportive, but it will bend and move with you.
Yeah, right.
Now that's just one of many upgrades to this, but probably what I think was most impressive was the fact that the FDA came on board and said, you know what, you are registered and indicated for many, many, many of these medical conditions that so many of us deal with, and this is a big deal. Yeah,
this is a big deal. In fact, FDA didn't approve us as a Class 1 medical device until 2 years ago. Yet we've been in business for 37. But late to the party, but also welcome. So what is Teeter indicated for? Back pain, sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease. By the way, that's the same as osteoarthritis. Spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension, and then another 5, herniated discs, degenerative disc disease. I think there we are. Spinal stenosis, Facet syndrome, muscle spasm. You know, when you look at those, you think, my gosh, they're caused by different things, misalignments and pinched nerves and all this. How can Teeter deal with all 10 of those? Well, FDA said we're indicated for that, but the reason is that Teeter relieves back pain 4 different ways. The big deal is decompression. You will actually elongate 1 to 2 inches. That's a real number. All those joints opening up. You have a pinched nerve, that's sciatica, or degenerative disc disease. Take the pressure off. Less pressure is Less pressure is less pain.
Using gravity for us instead of against us.
Absolutely.
Really.
And it encourages natural realignment, stretches, look at that. That stretches and relaxes those muscles, which can be a cause of back pain, pulling the spine into curvature, and then helping the disc to rehydrate. You know what? Look at these discs. You see those discs decompressing, opening up? You got a pinched nerve, you take the pressure off. And when you decompress them, they're encouraged to pick up the moisture that they've lost and actually increase their height so that you have more flexibility, shock absorption, and then there's bonuses. Posture correction, you know, stress relief.
No more grumpy old men like Horace was saying on the video. We're nicer people, and even if you didn't have one of those 10 conditions, think about sitting all day long, standing all day. Ladies, if you have a super heavy purse, if you're hunched over a computer, I mean, these are the things that affect us head to toe.
Head to toe, things you can see in the mirror. You know, poor posture is unattractive. And also, you give away your age by how you move. Get rid of the stress, get improved joint mobility, move like a younger person. Don't give away your age by how you move. Improve flexibility, that's a bonus too. Stretching and relaxing, helping you keep your original body shape. Gravity is not kind to the human body.
Right. So, Roger, I keep looking behind you at this spine that we have just hanging up here.
Well,
but this is a great way to visually see the issues many of us deal with and how inverting and decompression can help.
Right. Well, these dark lines are your discs. They're fluid-filled shock absorbers, and they're constantly changing their fluid content. You know, you're going to hear from Dr. Tons later, and he talks about the fact we all lose like ½ an inch of height every day. Every day. It's because these discs lose moisture, they become thinner, you become shorter, your waistline gets bigger because that's why your pants get tighter in the afternoon.
So that's what's happening.
It's a compression wrinkle.
It's my spine, it's nothing else, is what you're saying.
and then you adjust the rearview mirror down to drive home because you're shorter. Well, that daily height loss reverses overnight, but not 100%. So over your lifetime, you have a permanent height loss, and that's a big deal in the sense that each disc controls the size of an opening that 2 nerves come through. And the nerves actually control every single function of the body. You got a degenerative disc, you have a pinched nerve. That pinched nerve would have pain down the leg, down the shoulder, that's sciatica. And if you have a herniated disc, I mean, here's a sample. This model shows the herniation. This is kind of a blowout, you know, where the disc actually ruptures and the soft tissue inside, which is like the consistency of jello, comes out and pushes on nerves and ligaments. Extremely painful. When you invert and decompress, this bulge is encouraged to pull back in. You're taking pressure off the pinched nerves, which is sciatica. You're actually helping to improve posture, flexibility, and it's benefiting every single joint in the body, not just the ones you're targeting, but every weight-bearing joint from ankles to the neck are being decompressed by the exact same weight that it normally has to carry. So it's progressive decompression.
Well, I think of it this way. I know this is a medical device. There's many upgrades to it. The way that it works on our body is so specific and so succinct. But to me, what it means is imagine being able to get through your day, possibly without dealing with that back pain, being able to play with your grandkids, being able to take a walk and just get your life back, you know, because it's amazing what back pain can do for the rest of your life. And not only you, one review I read, I loved it. It said, best purchase you can make for you and your family. Because think about being able to be with your family again, being in a better mood, better spirits, just a better life.
If you've got a bad back, it affects the family, it affects your job, it affects absolutely everything in your life. Okay, but this table, I want to emphasize, this particular model that we're presenting here has all the medical upgrades. We've got the easy reach handle. We've got so many doctors, we're going to hear from a couple of doctors in a second, but doctors that are using the table, we developed this long handle micro adjustment ratchet specifically for them because their patients, of course, typically don't want to bend way over to lock themselves in.
If you're in the doctor's office, you probably aren't willing to be reaching down to your feet. You need an easy way to do it.
So that is a huge upgrade for this particular product. We've got oversized handles so you can walk yourself back. We've got a lumbar bridge, and this is very, very special. Not only does it keep the right curvature in your back in partial inversion, but when you start to invert, it kind of grabs your butt and squares your hips. You know, so many of us have one hip higher than the other because we stand in one leg or various lifestyle things. And it's so important because the hips are the foundation of the spine. So squaring the hips and then adding the traction and acupressure nodes. If you've got knots in your back, these are little wing nut, secured. There's 8 of them, 2 of each of size, and they go anywhere in these slots.
So kind of like if you had a thumb.
Yeah, if you have a thumb, you got a knot in your back.
Getting husbands off the hook all over America today.
Okay. Now, my favorite upgrade is these traction handles. I'm going to demonstrate those real quick.
Okay.
Because the traction handles, people say, well, how far do I have to go? You don't have to go to full inversion, but with this addition, which is a freebie, you can actually get the benefits of full inversion without going to full inversion. I put the tether strap on to stop it at a typical angle for first-time users. Now, this is a good angle, but never pick an angle that's more than you can totally be relaxed on, because that's the issue. But let's say this is the angle, but you know that you need more decompression than this to get the benefits you're hoping to get from a pinched nerve or what have you. That's what the traction handles are for. I can reach up with my hands and actually use arm power to push on the traction handles and decompress my body as though I was in full inversion. That just feels so good. You can just
add that little bit of extra if you need to.
Yeah, and you can do that at any angle. Actually, I'd like you to work up to the angle of the rear legs, about a 60-degree angle, the tether strap allows you to slide it and adjust it to and stop at any angle that you want.
Well, Roger, you mentioned earlier that so many doctors, I mean, this is the same design and models that doctors are using in their practices, and it's because it's efficient, it's comfortable, it's that immediate relief. I would love to hear from some of these doctors that are loving your equipment.
Dr. Fryer and Dr. Long, I didn't ask all of you, if you want to get on the internet and check out Donlin, D-O-N-L-I-N, Long. He's been a neurosurgeon for over 50 years, but more important, he's been the head neurosurgeon of a very large U.S. university for 35 years. His practice includes royalty around the world. He is actually extremely famous.
All right, let's take a look and listen to it then.
So when you decompress, there is a lengthening of the spine. And by doing so, with a greater disc height, you've got more room for the nerves, there's less compression with the facet joints, and the spine is just much happier.
For the past 53 years, I've been a neurosurgeon with a major interest in chronic pain and dealing with many patients with back pain. Most patients tell me if they use their Teeter inversion table on a regular basis, they simply feel much better. No one has to do anything to you, and I think it's a very natural way to deal with the problem.
It's pretty amazing to think that just 3 to maybe 5 minutes a day and you can feel completely different. I mean, what else can you do?
Virtually any
like
clothes, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Actually, gravity's doing the whole workout for you. You're enjoying a great stretch.
Literally kick your feet up and take a load off for a little bit. Now, here's what's exciting about this. This has so many brand new upgrades. It's the brand new version. It's got the FDA registration, the indication for those certain medical conditions that you may have. This has a 5-year warranty, UL safety certified, which is a really big deal, you guys. And it's the only inversion table that comes to you 85% assembled already. So, I mean, out of the box, everything here is meant to give you the best, most high quality experience and the most relief possible. And we're doing this at an introductory price. Now, I know this is your second to last visit of the weekend that you've been here. After today, all of the perks like that 6 flex pay, that's gonna go away at the end of the day. This introductory price is actually $120 off right now.
That's it.
And you told me that this price point is actually the same as your very first table you had
21 years ago. And this one has 100, not only 100 improvements technically, but has all of the medical extra features all in one shot.
So it's a very exciting way to get this at a great price. And we have a great special going on right now for Labor Day weekend. If you don't have the HSN credit card, go ahead and apply, because then at the time of approval, you can use that card and take another $40 off any single item purchase. So that would include this one as well. So I mean, really, if you're ready for that targeted immediate relief that's natural, takes 3 to 5 minutes, this is the time to jump in
Okay.
and try it.
Your
I kind of
turn.
want to do it. Okay, I'm going to put
Okay.
my cards down.
All right, it's easy. First of all, we'll put the tether strap on. That stops you at, is that an angle you're comfortable with, like
Sure.
that? All right, and height?
5'3".
3.
We're live on Facebook, and Cynthia was asking if there's a weight capacity for this.
300 pounds, and that's
Okay.
with a 400% safety factor. UL Safety Certified requires that it holds 1,200 pounds for a 300-pound maximum
Okay.
user weight.
Thank you.
Okay, I took this off because
Okay,
of
walk me through it.
Step,
My
step
microphone,
all the
yeah.
way over on the floor.
Okay.
And then enter heel first and put your feet on the, like
that.
that. You got it.
Okay.
And then you can just pull the handle towards you. It's you don't need to
Oh.
push the button.
Oh, that's easy.
Just snug. Now I'm
that
gonna
good?
hold this because I want to make sure we're balanced right.
Okay.
So just lean back. No, that's
All right.
well, you could go 1 inch taller. It's weight distribution,
was
not
1
just
inch
height.
taller. Okay.
But in fact, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I'll just do it with you on. There we go. That's a little better balance.
At home, you would flip back up and
Yeah,
adjust
and get
it.
off. And now,
Okay.
okay, one arm slow, one arm,
Wow.
and then it's very responsive. And the second one.
Oh my.
So you're not going to go any further than that. But even at this
Okay, that
angle,
feels
you're getting
amazing.
you're getting an oxygen wash. Look at those rosy cheeks, you know,
Wow.
and hair, and decompression. And it's benefiting every joint in the body. Every joint is being decompressed by the same weight it normally has to carry. So this is at this angle, you don't have to go beyond this to get rid of stress. This is...
So you can just start
you get
here.
Decompression, posture improvement, all of these just at this angle with you doing nothing.
Oh my gosh. It's really amazing because if you think about all day long, we're standing upright. So it's like taking like my son has a slinky he's obsessed with right now, and I keep picturing that slinky just kind of opening up.
That's right.
It feels really good.
And then one more thing, you know, I'm going to get you to relax,
hello.
and then you can reach over and grab, and say if you pull, you get a diagonal.
Oh my
That
goodness.
gets the sacroiliac joint.
That
so you
feels
can
so
mobilize your body, and if there's a misalignment, you know, when you decompress it and move around, that joint will realign itself. That's a common
Wow.
cause of back pain.
So how do you get up from this? I've never done this.
Just
so I don't-
bring your arms up.
Okay.
Now I think something's going to happen. Even though we made you an inch taller,
I'll
your
take it where I
arm
can
weight
get
is
it.
not enough to bring you back because you've elongated. Your center of mass has moved uphill so much that your arm weight won't bring you back. Now you could obviously use the handles to pull you up, but I want you to do this.
there we go.
Bend your knees and kind of pull your body uphill. No.
Okay. Oh,
See, this is a teeter-totter.
Oh my gosh,
You just
you're
move
right.
weight on either side of the pivot.
Okay, that was easy.
Total control.
Guys, that feels amazing. Wow, I'm kind of speechless for once in my life. That's amazing that just flipping can give you that much relief. And I don't have one of those medical conditions that we mentioned are FDA registered, but I spend my days hunched over, holding kids, a big purse, sitting for long periods of time.
And that
I
kind of
feel
lifestyle
refreshed.
things will contribute over time to back pain. It'll catch up to you.
Yeah.
You know, poor posture will do it. Now,
How does this
how does it
arrive
arrive
to
at
us?
home?
Yeah, that's what we want to know.
85% assembled. This part, all these small parts, fully assembled out of the box. You don't have to put anything together. The bed's fully assembled except for 2 bolts, which are really a packing issue. The A-frame's fully assembled in the sense the spreader arms are on, all 4 feet are on, the tether strap is on. So what have you got to really assemble? These oversized handles, 3 machine screws, 1 bolt.
Wow.
That's it. You'll spend more time getting it out of the box than assembling it.
I feel like I could go dancing now, Roger. I don't know what you did to me on that inversion, but you really you feel much more relaxed, and that was only a couple of minutes.
Right. It's a stress reliever, and it rejuvenates the joints, gets an oxygen wash to the upper body, you know, more blood to the brain, you know.
Well, you know, we've been streaming live on Facebook right now, and people are chiming in. Patricia just said that she has this, uses it every single day, and thoroughly enjoys it. So, Patricia, we are so glad. I mean, this is really actually one of the products here that changes people's lives.
Right.
You know?
And maintenance, using it daily to keep youthful function, just the way you take care of your skin, your hair, to keep it youthful looking. This will help your spine to stay youthful with respect to function and flexibility, and that means keeping up with the grandkids and having a life in retirement.
Right.
And for me, this is my birthday month. I'm 80.
Is it really?
I'm 80 years old this month.
Congratulations.
So,
Oh my gosh, happy
I'm doing
birthday.
the very things that I love to do, water skiing, snow skiing, and doing it with my kids.
I mean, that's more than
So-
I'm doing right now. You know,
Okay.
and we talk about all of the ways that this can help you, but it's not just us. The FDA has actually said, you know what, it is
Right.
indicated for all of these different conditions that you may have, medical conditions, and we'll show you that in a moment. But I love getting to see this video, and there's Riley, your daughter, as
Right.
well,
Those
of
are
you
the-
guys out and about doing things that we want
Right,
to
water
do
skiing,
in our
snow
life.
skiing with my 6-year-old and 8-year-old. They're up on slalom skis, and I get to do it with them. That's the best part. That's absolutely precious. But FDA has cleared us as a Class 1 medical device. This was only a year and a half ago. And this means that Teeter is indicated for back pain, sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease. That's the same as osteoarthritis, spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle spasm, other big one, herniated disc, degenerative disc disease, and so many different other issues. And
Right.
because Teeter deals with that wide variety of back pain with 4 different ways: taking the pressure off a pinched nerve, less pressure is less pain, encouraging misalignments to self-correct because you're decompressing the joint, and as you move around, they'll jiggle back into alignment. It's stretching and relaxing paraspinal muscles and helping discs to rehydrate.
All of that in a couple of minutes a day. You can do it in the morning, afternoon, at night. Read the reviews on this. Big customer pick, the longest running single item here at HSN. And people have said time and again, I mean, it's easy to do and it has changed my life. And I think that's what's so significant about this, because so many of us deal with back issues, and it really truly does affect every aspect of your life. If
And
you
your
are,
family's life.
yes,
and
if you're
everyone else
constantly
involved.
just thinking about that pain, I think it's worth a try if you haven't tried it. And inversion, decompression, that's not a new concept. This has been shown time and time again to work
Hippocrates
for
invented
people.
in 400 BC because the Greeks, the Romans, and the Ottoman, every one of those societies invented inversion independently because, you know why? Every successful society has back pain. Too much sitting, weak muscles, and stress. Does
Right.
that sound familiar?
Right.
That's what Hippocrates figured out, and they clamped the Greeks by their ankles and hung them upside down.
Well, you know, we talk about how over time and time again, people talk about decompression and why this is so effective. So let's talk about the spine then. I want you guys to see and hear about this as we age, what's happening with an aging spine.
Right. This figure is not gaining any weight, but he sure is changing body shape. He's losing height. And he's bulging out in the center. That middle-age spread is not all weight gain. It's internal organs winning the race to the floor. It's a compression wrinkle, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, he's lost his figure, but the big deal is the height loss is in the soft tissue of the joints, and that's where his flexibility, shock absorption is, his good posture is. Keep those discs fat and, hydrated, decompress. That's why it's so important for Teeter to be a daily program, because it encourages those discs to keep hydrated, and that's what helps you keep that youthful function.
Right, absolutely. And here's what I want you guys to think about too. So this is the latest, newest model with all of the different upgrades. You've got the lumbar support, the acupressure nodes, the Stretch Max handles, so many things we didn't even have time to get to yet, it being that the nature of this show is lunch rush. But I want you to notice the flex payment on this, because if you have back pain, chances are you go and get massages, right? Maybe you get one a week or one a month. Our flex payment is $54.99. That's actually less, Roger, than it would cost me to go and get a massage because of all the back pain I'm dealing with. So I like to think that way when I'm shopping, and maybe you do too. Is it worth it, the costs of a massage, to get the machine home that gives you the freedom to use this all the time, every day, whenever you want to, in the privacy of your own home? And this is the same design and models that they're using in doctors' offices. And don't even get me started on the cost of what that could be if you're having to go into a doctor's office for this type of experience. So, I mean, you must love what you do. 40 years in the business, changing people's lives. Look at you,
Well,
80-year-old
if you don't
birthday
feel
month.
like that
Says
jumping
who?
when you get off the table, even if you don't do it, you'll feel like it, and if you don't, send it back, because it will change your life if you use it on a regular basis.
I love that. I love that you have the time to try it out as well and see a difference. I know you're back on at 4 p.m.
Yeah, for a full show.
We're rounding out your visit here for the holiday weekend. Don't forget, you guys, that 6 Flex Pay, that expires tonight. night. And we only discount these when you guys are here because it's a special time.
That's right.
So,
we only come like 5, maybe 7 at the most times a year.
Sure. So it's not something to rush. You don't have to rush into it. Read the reviews, but a 20-year history here at HSN, I think that's
and it's my birthday month. We made a special, introduce a new product, new name, new colors, and new features.
Decompression party. That's what you should be doing for your birthday. Roger, thank you. You guys will see him again at 4 p.m. We will be right back with more on Lunch Rush. Don't go anywhere. Thank you.